Good evening, Chairman Doherty, members of the Public Safety Committee, and additional City Council members. As you know, for the record, I am Reverend Willie D. Bacote, the pastor of the Missing Link AME Zion Church and of Dyer Phelps AME Zion Church in Saratoga Springs. For 7 years, I worked with my colleagues in the African American churches here in Troy on a number of important community initiatives, such as Feed a Kid program, the Gun Buyback program, Clean a Block, as well as our annual Kids Day in April. My friends and fellow pastors who join me here today and who have united with me from the Troy African American Pastoral Alliance have made an unprecedented move in bounding together, united for justice in our communities. Together today we represent our people who live, work, attend school, recreate, raise families, and pay taxes to provide services that should make our lives a better place. The January 25th incident at Cocopellis has caused us to realize the necessity in speaking as one voice. As I am sure members of the committee and the audience will agree, getting any group of people together to agree on even small matters can be very difficult. I am touched to have them here with me and inspired to be here with them tonight. Tonight is a moment in the history of Troy, New York, as well as a positive step towards healing the wounds of racial discord. This is not my first time speaking before this City Council about problems with policing in our community, and I fear what might happen is we as a people and a community do not beat our swords into plowshares and come boldly to the table of dialogue and deal openly with the issue of race. Not only will we fail the city, but we will also fail ourselves. I don't know how else to say this, but I told you so. I warned you this was going to happen. Too many times my brothers and sisters of African descent and other young and old people of color have been victimized. However, we as a community are at fault as well. We have failed our youth in the areas of demanding a better educational system, as well as a positive role model in our own community. Tonight, we all must accept accountability for our actions. If we are to move upon the landscape of equality and forge ahead in the spirit of unity, we must step away from doing business as usual and find the common decency of every individual, not based on his or her skin color, but on the content of their character. Too many times I have sat down and individual members of the council, with the mayor, with the police chief, and other officials in Troy to address this problem. Too many times have I spoken with a mother whose son or daughter is in pain and wounded after an encounter with a police officer, a son who has lost his job because of bogus charges to cover up the beatings he received, a son whose life is on hold as he struggles through the criminal system for years. We have had enough. I told you this was coming. I told you as well as my own people that if we did not find a way to have a civil and productive conversation, soon enough people would be fed up, and here we are today. Amen. The city, as well as us, can do better than this. The public officials must do better than this. Our people must do better than this. We must teach our children that no matter what, we are human beings and not animals, and we must at all times, under the heavy arms of hate, we must never go backwards and desecrate the memories and struggles of those we celebrate this month. Our own people in our communities are paying too heavy of a price. Members of the Public Safety Committee, we all have failed our community. You have failed in your leadership in overseeing the department, provide public safety for all of the residents of Troy, and I have failed to hold you to account. I pledge that I will fail at this no longer, and I demand you pledge along with me. I'm not going anywhere, and I will not allow you to continue to subject people of color in Troy to the constant threat of racial profiling, unwarranted beatings, false arrests, and dysfunctional justice system. I promise to you, I will not fail to hold you to account, and I demand you stop accepting your own failures and show some resolve to fix this problem now. Now, members of this committee, will you pledge to stop failing the people of Troy and open a dialogue with our community that will bring about productive and concrete community policing where tangible results speak a very clear message that we will make a change in Troy, New York. Will you pledge to hold officers accountable to established procedures of policing and to the laws the rest of us must follow? Will you remove negligent and ineffective leaders from the office when they put our community in harm's way? We need to come to the table together, work together, and reach solutions together, and we need to stop making excuses for failure. We have much work to do, and it starts with a real, heartfelt commitment to ensure this never happens again in our town. I thank you for inviting us to present to you in this larger venue and for being open to hearing experiences and suggestions of more participants than usual. God bless you.